Car Obsession is proudly supported by Exchange My Car, Carly and Draggy. For a limited time only, use Car Obsession 10 to get money off with Carly, and there's also a discount code for Draggy as well, which again is Car Obsession 10. All of the details are in the video description below. Hello guys, and welcome back to Car Obsession. Today's video is a little bit daunting but hopefully exciting because I've taken the plunge and I've bought one of these, a dual action machine polisher, and I'm going to be testing it out on Ewan, my high mileage A6, because in all honesty his paint is pretty knackered, so if I make any mistakes or if I damage the paint, you know, I'm sorry Ewan, but I'm not actually that fussed. If it were Leo, my Mark II Land Cooper, or Monique, my Unos Roadster, yeah, I would not be testing this product on them. So yeah, Ewan, you are my guinea pig for this test. The bonnet is quite rough, so before I even think about applying the polisher to the paint, I need to use a bit of tile remover and also clay bar as well, because yeah, the bonnet is quite rough and it's full of imperfections as well. But yes, I'm very excited, so let's get into it. Yeah, because literally I do that and you can feel the difference.
Yeah, it is instantaneous.
Yeah, that's amazing. That voice you can hear is my friend Kaylee, who once upon a time used to do valeting, so I thought I'd bring her along to help assist me and to maybe give me a few pointers as well. So of course I've got the masking tape to give me a divide, so that'll be the side we're working on, that'll be the unworked side, but of course we'll be doing that later. I've also got one of these, got an inspection light. This is an auto finesse one. You can get one from Maguire's, but I'm not going to lie, it's very expensive. This was about 40 quid. The Maguire's one, for context, is about 150 quid. A lot of money for what is essentially a jumped up torch. I'm sure it's more than that, I know, but you get my point. So let's get the torch on the go. That's the. So to be fair, let me get the probably put it in manual focus, it'd be better. So if I really zoom into the paint and get the right kind of focus, you'll see that the paint isn't actually, there we go, that's better. The paint isn't quite as bad as I would have thought. There are imperfections there, so for example there, you just see some scratching. But for the, you know, bearing in mind the age and mileage of this car, it's not actually that bad. Of course, you've got that imperfection there that'll hopefully come out. I made sure that the pad was fully primed before I applied it to the paintwork, but as you can see, I didn't really make a very clean job of it. As you can see, the bonnet is quite large on Ewan, so I split the bonnet in half, as you can tell by the masking tape, and I split each half into 4 separate sections to work with. The advantage of using a dual action polisher as opposed to a rotary one is it's much more user friendly, easier for novices like me, and you have a larger room of error. A rotary is a purist's choice, but it takes more skill and time to learn it. Now, as much as this is not a how-to video, in fact it's probably a how not to video, when I did the research I found that when you're doing the compound stage you should be moving about an inch per second. Hopefully I achieved that kind of speed in this video. If you are an experienced polisher or detailer and you think I'm doing it horrendously wrong, then please do get in touch. As I've mentioned, this is not a how-to video, but if you do want a proper tutorial on how to use a machine polisher, particularly this machine polisher, I would urge you to go over to the Maguire's YouTube channel and check out their tutorial because it is very helpful and very informative. Hashtag no ad. With the compound fully applied, it was time to wipe it all off and to get ready for the next stage, polish. With the polish stage, not only am I moving the polisher faster, but I'm also doubling the area in which I'm working with, so this bit should be a bit quicker. Now, as you can see, I've got the cable for the polisher over my shoulder. This is good practice because it saves you dragging the cable on the bodywork, which could damage it further, meaning you have more work to do in the long run. It also makes you look as if you know what you're doing. You know what they say, all the gear, no idea. Well, at least in my case. After that, once more, it was time to wipe down the car, so that meant bringing out my glamorous assistant, Kaylee. Look at her go. On to the last stage, which is the liquid wax. Just a word of warning, read the instructions. The Maguire's liquid wax, you have to shake very well, otherwise this happens. Oh, what a mess. Ah, that's much more like it. On the waxing stage, once again, you can double your work area. Therefore, that meant I could work with the entire half of the bonnet as opposed to doing half of the half, if that makes sense, when I was doing the polish stage, and doing a quarter of the half when doing the compound stage. When the wax is fully applied, you have to wait for it to cure. A simple test to know if it's ready is to swipe your finger along the paintwork. If it's cloudy, it's not ready. If it's clear, you're good to go. One thing I haven't mentioned is that when you're wiping off each product, it's worth using a fresh clean cloth as it saves contaminating the products or mixing them up. Now just look at that, guys. That is a mirror on wheels. I'm going to be blinding people as I drive by. So nice. And you can actually see the fleck in the paintwork. If I actually go into manual focus. Oh, I'm already in manual focus. Number 2. So just to compare you to the left hand side, granted the left hand side is in the shade, so it's difficult to really get true comparison. And annoyingly, the left hand side on camera actually looks pretty good, but if I actually do that, there we go. You can see there's lots of imperfections and there's quite a nasty scratch. See that? A bit of marring. So you've got that mark there. And then overall, now you probably doesn't translate on camera, but this side you can definitely see the metallic fleck in the paintwork, and you can see it there on camera. I don't even need to do anything with the focus, you can just see it, it's beautiful. But it's come to this side, granted it's not in the sunlight, but you can't really see anything. I'll be honest, I didn't even know this paint had a fleck before I'd polished it. If I do that, so it's in focus and you can't see any fleck whatsoever. It looks a lot better than it did, but yeah, it definitely doesn't look as show-stopping as this side. Ooh, sexy. So I'd say a job well done. So there we have it, guys. I must admit that was quite a learning curve, but a good one. To begin with, using this, it felt rather unnatural, but the more you use it, the more you kind of get into the rhythm, the flow, and you get a better understanding of what you need to do, and you can kind of finesse your movements a bit more. So I'm not going to lie, this is not a cheap product. So the kit I bought, which comes with the polisher, the polish, the cloths, and of course the pads. Yeah, I got it from Euro Car Parts. You're looking at £360, which is a lot of money. And don't get me wrong, you can get cheaper polishers, but you know what they say, you get what you pay for. So yes, if you've got any questions or queries, please do get in touch. Or if you're, a detailer or a valeter and you think, oh, actually, Aaron, you could do this better. If you've got any tips for me, please drop them in the comment section, so I'm open for feedback. But yes, until then, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.